Oh,
Cedric the bedraggled dog.
this is Cedric.
Ceds. He has lots of different names. And he's a bit bold. He
He's
just shredded one of my socks.
Just got told off for being shredding a sock.
Oh, well. Good lad, Cedric. You're not the worst.
So, where are we today?
Wednesday.
I think we're somewhere in France. We are in France. We're in the middle of the wine growing region.
Thanks, Cedric.
We're in the middle of the wine growing region in France. We're surrounded by vineyards and grapes and
A bit of sunshine.
not a lot.
Not a lot.
It's been a bit disappointing. we have this great image of us leaving Ireland and never seeing rain ever again, and it's been very wet for the last couple of weeks.
I know. I blame Jenny.
Of course. But anyway, it's warm and wet, which is marginally better than cold and wet.
It's a lot better.
It is much better.
I don't mind warm and wet.
Yeah.
You know? That sounds kind of wrong, but anyway.
So
Cold and wet just doesn't work for me at all.
It was nearly 3 weeks since we left Ireland. The
yeah.
last video we recorded, we were driving down to the Loire, and since then we've had a few nights in the Loire.
We have.
We've dropped our doggies off.
We did.
To stay with friends, which was a relief.
It was. Big dog, small motorhome. It just doesn't work.
It didn't really work at all.
And this dog is looking for lots of attention.
Big dogs, yeah. So that was great. So they're settled. They're staying with friends for a month, and then weirdly enough, we came somewhere to look after someone else's dog.
Somewhere. It's called Rouge, and on the way we went to Brantôme.
Yes.
Which is the Venice of the Dordogne.
That was lovely.
Which was really lovely, and we stayed in a really fantastic campsite. Yeah. Well, they call them campsites. They're pretty luxury, to be honest.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Great in the motorhome with all kinds of facilities, so that was great.
Yeah.
Nice pool,
and those few days were really, once we dropped the dogs off, I think it was the first time that we both kind of went, we slept a lot, and we just chilled.
We didn't do much.
We didn't do much at all for 3 days in Brantôme, because we were just, I think we both realised how knackered we were.
Well, it's interesting, yeah. And then I think even since then I have felt myself, it's like there are levels of ease within yourself, particularly in the body, levels of relaxation, levels of ease. And it's not that you're not doing anything, but just that sense of really being okay with everything and a real deep relaxation. I still feel I'm dropping down the different levels because there isn't a huge amount to do. Which is actually, interesting enough, our little challenge, because we're both very proactive. So not having something to do means you got to drop into kind of the empty space. And empty spaces can be quite frightening for people. For some people, the empty space might be silence, but for us, it's more the empty space of not doing. And not having to do anything, because we don't have our own dogs, we don't have our own property, we have
no garden,
ordinary things to do, like walk Cedric and play with him, which is nice, and just clean up generally, but there isn't a huge amount to do. So that's been a little bit challenging, a little bit edgy.
It has, and we've been here for nearly a week. No, I don't know. I've lost track.
No, we have, yeah. A week. Yeah. It is a week today.
And the weather hasn't been great, so it's not like being lying out by the pool and lounging in the sunshine every day. So yeah, no, I've definitely found it challenging to, we've been so busy for the last few months with getting everything ready to leave, and there's been so much doing that, for me it was suddenly like, oh my God, what what do I do now? And we made a rule for ourselves, because we do have a bit of work that we have to do. I mean, we're running businesses remotely, and we've got to maintain some kind of income level to live. So our rule is that we're each allowed online for 2 hours a day, to just solid 2 hours work a day, and that's it.
I know you're feeling sad for us. You have to work for 2 hours a day. It's really tough, isn't it?
But it's good. It's been quite good discipline for us.
Oh, it has, yeah.
And then after that, it's like, okay, what next? What do we do next? And so the weather hasn't been great, so we haven't really been out sort of sightseeing or exploring too much, because it's just been so changeable. And also we're looking after a youngish dog who can't be left on his own for very long, and is not great at taking to be taken to places.
He's not great at taking directions. He's a bit young.
So yeah, and one of the other things that's been coming up quite a bit is we keep each of us keep mentioning the word home. Like Owen will say, "Oh, when we get home," and we look at each other and go, "No,
there is no home.
There's no home."
which is a fascinating concept when you have no fixed abode. I think
Yeah.
I'm shaking the table with my knee.
Don't jiggle the table.
This video might not work.
Yeah, so no fixed abode.
No fixed abode, no home as such, but I suppose, yeah, home isn't really a place anymore. Yeah, I think it has brought me, can't speak for Jenny, but it has brought me deeper into kind of my home, which is kind of here inside me. It's like my own sense of ground, my own sense of being okay, that can be brought anywhere in the world, and hopefully I can